entity.
All right, well, Druid versus Druid mirror here. And this is Gooby playing the
ramp Druid.
heavy ramp with lots of taunts.
Yep,
And
Kitkatz taking the regular Druid. The mid-range Druid.
who comes out on top in this situation?
Generally speaking, the slower Druid can outpace the faster Druid. Like, you just can't get past Ancient of War easily without having the Black Knight specifically, or a silence to get through. And if you silence it, it still means he's not going to use his Force of Nature Savage War combo. So there's lots of ways for you to have your higher quality minions just beat them, because there's just too much. So I think Wild Growth is heavily dependent because you need to be able to ramp up quickly, and I think the Innervates might be really key.
So it's going to rely on a really fast start if Kitkatz is going to want to have a decent shot at this. And looking at the starting hands, both players with Wild Growth.
Okay, so about net neutral. And that favors Gooby, because he is a slower deck. So the fact that he has Wild Growth too is really good.
He'll be able to coin out a 5-drop next turn as well.
Yeah, and well, before this draw, Kitkatz actually had a very weak turn 4, because Keeper of the Grove is best used to get past taunts. And now Gooby can take advantage of the coin here very well. So, you know, I'm actually looking at how things pan out, and I'm really feeling like Gooby right now has come with a strong advantage here.
Yeah. He's got both Ancient of Lores in his hand as well, which in a matchup that's fairly, when you're just playing big threat after big threat, sometimes reloading your hand can be a big advantage.
Also, this is pretty smart. Oh, wow, what a big draw. Such a big draw right now. To get the Innervate on the Ancient of Lore is so key. The one thing that will pan out too is that Kitkatz is trying to take advantage of the fact that his opponent can't Black Knight unless he had Innervate. And so he put out his Druid Claw now in taunt mode as opposed to later.
Yeah.
This is looking really hard already for Kitkatz. There's just way too much.
Yeah, it's going to be so much for him to get through.
Yep.
Probably going to be in a situation where he has to use pieces of his combo to clear instead of using them to win.
One X factor though is mind control tech, because the thing is you can't wall up completely. You can't absolute defense it with like 6 wall taunts, and it's one of those things where maybe you have so much in-building pressure that you can use combo anyways. And even if you have, because if you have 3 minions that are reasonable, you can still do like 30 points of damage through, not to the face, but like distribute it out. Yeah. So that, and also maybe Kitkatz has a Black Knight to swing the board.
It's very true. Did we see a Black Knight from Kitkatz in this previous match?
I don't remember.
He was against Shaman. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I wonder if Kitkatz is thinking about just dropping like a Force of Nature and clearing the 4/6, so that way he can get some momentum on the board, but that feels really weak. Yeah. Because you're giving up one piece of the combo. Realistically, you might need to use both combo pieces, or both full combos against this deck.
Just to clear.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you need to get damage in. You realize that playing the waiting game doesn't work that well, that often at least. The nice thing is this Keeper of the Grove enables you to take out not only the Druid of the Claw, but also kill the cheated next Rammus. You do give initiative back to your opponent, but your quality of minions is so strong, it might not matter.
Yeah, with both Ancient of Wars in your hand, coming up on turn 7.
Ancient of Lore. Alright.
Innervate's pretty good.
Yeah, this is probably the safest time to Azure Drake, because Azure Drake won't die to another minion. You're putting out the same amount of power you would normally put with the Spectre Knight anyways, and you might even pick up a card that will be a little bit deeper and better the following turn.
And you have the opportunity next turn to play double 5-drop with Innervate.
Good point. The Lotheb, like, what do you get from playing Lotheb? If he plays another Ancient of Lore, then I guess you could trade with it pretty effectively. But or do damage and that way force him to a trade pretty effectively.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be trading on the board. You're trying to be the aggressive player.
I think out of all the situations,
Ha!
I think I like
Alright.
Lotheb the least.
Yeah,
Between
especially
all
Knight
the 5
Stick here
drops.
too. It's good.
Yeah. And Lotheb could be a key piece later
Well,
on.
Lotheb here now is pretty strong. Yeah, I mean it makes sense.
Yep.
You're not trying to play the slow game. Innervates lose value over time. All right. So, does Kitkatz top deck the Black Knight here?
Nope.
No. But
Well, he
that's
has
a
a
Wrath for
chance.
2.
Yeah.
Or Wrath for 4. But if he Wraths, either way, he Wraths and hero powers, he can't play Spectre Knight. So it has to be Wrath Spectre Knight. Oh, Force of Nature is also a possibility. Okay. So Force of Nature Wrath allows him to clear. Now what's funny is that, well, there's another Ancient of War waiting on the other side.
But that gives him another turn to draw into Black Knight.
Right.
Savage Roar would be decent as well, because he could just use Savage Roar and clear it with one.
Yeah, that's why you always feel like you get the Wrath to cycle.
Yeah.
So a lot of pressure, but still feeling like Gooby can stabilize. The scary thing now is what happens if I put up one taunter and he just kills me. Right?
Yeah.
If I play the Ancient of War and he silences, like say he like one of the cards is Savage Roar and then he has like a silence. There is a possibility in his mind that he might die. Oh, that's a big draw.
Wow.
Wow, it couldn't have come at a better time too.
Right when he's about to empty his hand. And there's one piece.
Alright.
BGH, not the greatest, but it can be another just creature on the board to
Do you push this Ancient of War?
draw some heat.
Here's the thing, if you don't attack Ancient of War, it's gonna kill off a minion anyways. And it might make your Savage Roar pretty awkward.
I think you have to here.
Man, the amount of sheer taunts and health he's gained. He also puts 2 damage onto the face, and again, Kitkatz would be on a draw of Force of Nature to end the game. But
Still
there's 2
got a
sludge
lot
belch.
of taunts to get through though. That's just a crazy amount of damage that you have to just throw
Second
into
Nature
taunt
Lore would
bodies.
be so crucial. Whoa! He did get the Force of Nature. Alright, how much damage is this right now? So that's 7 plus 4 is 11 plus 14, that's 25. There's 25 damage and 12 points in health, so his opponent's effectively 28 at least. So he's short a few points of damage.
It'll be a little awkward for him to.
Yeah. One thing that's nice though is
Throw
that he has the
those
strongest minion, so he can eliminate the slime, not overkill it.
Hmm.
Oh, he's going for it.
I think Gooby's trying to calculate in his head whether or not he's dead, but
He's good. Still a significant amount of damage. I wasn't expecting this, but I guess. Oh, I know what. He's playing around Kel'Thuzad. He doesn't want the Kel'Thuzad to come down, and he can't kill it.
that's
The
actually
last taunt. Sludge Belcher, you are the chosen one.
Well, I think he's got one more Senjin, at least in his deck somewhere.
Yeah, it probably is.
But the last one from his hand. Oh. Spectral Knight could be problematic to deal with next turn.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, it will be. Because now this this mind control tech has to trade into something here. Most likely the 5-2.
Wow, I think he's
Hold
he could
on.
be dead.
The inch. Hold on. He might get like swipe or something. And
This is true.
I don't know. Another taunt.
That's good.
Another taunt is another way to stay alive. This is actually a really tense matchup. Because one deck's just frantically trying to kill the other. Kitkatz also is going to be starting to draw some really weak minions compared to that of Gooby. So, like, inevitably he's going to pick up, like, a Shaded Naxxramas that'll be really weak for a while, or he'll pick up a Pilot Shredder, and then Gooby's going to be drawing Kitkatz and Scenarios.
Yeah.
Although, Kitkatz does still have Scenarios in his deck. I do remember that. Ooh, Fearless. He's going to heal himself with Ancient of Lore. Okay.
I think Druid of the Claw.
Druid of the Claw is. Huh?
Druid of the Claw.
That's that puts him on Keeper of the Grove to win.
Oh, that's true.
And Kitkatz does have one more.
Well, it would put him on.
Still on Keeper to win the game.
Oh, jeez. Well, girl, this is going to be pretty big here. Or swipe.
Or swipe.
Yeah.
Or Druid of the Claw. Wow. Actually, there's a lot of outs there to end the game, and Kitkatz ties it up. What a really tense and very, very fun game.
Yeah, he had to get through. I mean, he went through 2 Sledge Belchers, 2 Ancient of Wars, Sentient Shield Master.
Yep.
That's a lot to get through, and he managed it.
He went 2 Ancient of Wars, 2 Sludges, a Shenzhen, 2 Druids of the Claw.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's like 7 points of damage, or seven taunts rather.
It's 36 points of health. I think,
something absurd like that.
No, even more than that with the Sledge Belchers. 40.
Ridiculous. That deck it's so
points
much
of health.
pressure.
Oh my
so much
god.
Pressure. But it was like it was on the verge of stabilization.
Yeah.
One thing also that was challenging was that Gooby didn't have like a way to lock the game because he didn't have like a Kael'Thuzad or didn't have like more because it's about the quantity of taunts sometimes too, and also Kitkatz drew both combos to like get through everything in the first like 15 to 17 cards of his deck, which is really important.
It's a really good choice that you mentioned. He played around Kael'Thuzad by using one of those Force of Nature Savage Roar combos just to clear 2 taunts.
That's a big moment in the game.
2 moderate-sized taunts off the board.
A lot of people would have been like, well, maybe I just like build it up and try and use Spectral Knight there. Very astute observation from Kitkatz.
For sure.
And now it's a tied up series going into game number 5. We might see the same match.